I like stunning, I like shining, I like $1 million deals.
I'm funny and force myself on people. I always just try to relate my life stories and my dramas to other people and who found it funny, and it also ended up being relatable. But it wasn't like, hey, I'm funny. You know what I'm saying? It ended up being like, this is my life, this is my story, and this is my personality, and people found it funny, so they started calling me funny. So
okay.
yeah.
So I know that you once hosted 106 in Park.
Yeah.
Do you consider that your debut or breakthrough?
No, I mean, for me, it's a different lane, like that hosting lane for TV. For me, that's when I knew that I could do television, but it wasn't like a break for me, because my thing was I was always like an actress, like that. Me acting was always like my first love, you know. So when I found that I could do that, it was like, oh, I could do that. That's dope. Like I didn't know I could do that. I signed up for 106 in Park as a joke. I know it sounds so bad. I signed up as a joke, and they ended up calling me back, and then I ended up like getting to the finals. Yeah. So, but no, it wasn't that. It was just a barrier that I broke down. It just gave me confidence. Like, okay, I can do this. This is something else that I can do.
That's super dope. So 50 Cent.
Yeah.
Did you discover him or did he discover you?
I mean, come on. Everybody knows who 50 Cent is. So 50 Cent definitely discovered me, but it wasn't him. I felt like I was brought to him, you know what I mean? And then he was like, okay, she's dope. And he kind of did the cosign. But it wasn't 50 Cent that found me. It was a dear friend of mine at BET. Her name is Mimi Blanchard. She's amazing. She's the person that pretty much gave me a chance. Like, she's the one who pitched me for the show. Because I had a meeting with her, and then they were like, you know, you'd be perfect for something like this. And then they ended up reaching out to me for the show. I had to send in like some character work and stuff like that, which was perfect because that's what I did anyway. And then like, you know, 50 was like, she's dope. She's like Vima Martin Lawrence. And he called me that like throughout the entire season, which was really dope. But yeah, I was led to him. He didn't find me though.
And how is it working with Mr. Get the Strap himself?
Amazing. 50 Cent is amazing. He's not the person that you see on Instagram. He's not a troublemaker. He's strategic. He's brilliant. You know, like you have to really be with him and be in his mind and in his world to see how much of a genius he really is. Like everything is strategic. He's so smart and he's so thought out. Like you think he just starting beef and drama with people. It's all for a cause. Like he does it it's so strategic. I don't know, but I learned a lot working with him, and I definitely have a different perspective, you know, just by working with him on that level than seeing him on Instagram. He is two different people.
Okay. So we know you as Watch Jazzy from Instagram, and you also have your alter ego, Toya Turnup.
Yeah.
What would you say is the different personality characteristics between the two?
Well, you know what? Toya's her own person. You know what I mean? I feel like there's certain things that Toya can say that I probably won't say. And a lot of things about Toya, I take in everybody's stuff. So it's like some are my stories, some are my friends' stories, some are just exaggerated just to make other women feel like they can relate. But Toya's her own person. I feel like Toya is for the culture, you know? Yeah. But like between the two of us, I feel like everybody has a little bit of Toya in them. So I'm not going to completely separate the two. You know? Okay. Everybody got a little bit of Toya in them.
That's like our girlfriend.
I
also wanted to ask you, as a woman in a comedic world that's usually male dominated, how do you feel being in the comedic world? Do you feel like there's a difference or a certain thing that you have to bring to the table to represent?
Definitely. You know what I mean? You definitely have to stand your ground. They will definitely try to haze you out here. Like I've been like hazed in like stupid ways. You know what I mean? Especially if you like guys who never were like the shit back in the day, but they get on, they get a little bit of money, and they feel like they gotta put you through some shit. Especially like if you're attractive, you have to work harder. People feel like if you're pretty, you get things handed to you, when really like you really have to work 10 times harder because they think like, oh, well, this pretty bitch, like she get everything she wants, which is a lie. You really have to break that barrier. Like, nah, nigga, like I work. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and then also you got to know when to flirt and when to bring it back. You know what I mean? You got to keep it close enough to think maybe, just maybe, and then be like, nah, I ain't fucking that. I mean, it's just, you have to keep that. You know what I'm saying? So I just pride myself on just like, I ain't gonna say ain't nobody touched me, but I mean, I have to pride myself on just not being fucked by. That's so vulgar. But
no,
real shit though.
No,
but just by people in the industry. You know what I'm saying? They ain't come out yet, though, so they on the don't count list. But the ones that matter, you know what I mean? So just maintaining like your dignity and also standing firm and not like getting caught up in that shit where, hey, if you come to my office or whatever, like I got a role for you, but you gotta meet me here. Like, nah, nigga, like, you gotta be your own boss. You gotta be smart. And I play stupid very well, but I don't play dumb with these niggas.
How you win. And what can we expect for you upcoming in 2018? Any movies and what
all that. I'm working on my own stuff. It's like sometimes, like with me, I do so much. They don't know what to do with it. So it's like I have to do my own thing. I have to just create my own job, because a lot of times they're just like, oh, you could do this and this, and then they get stuck and they try to find the perfect project for me, and it ends up being like a waiting game. I can't wait for nobody. I gotta create my own thing. That's what me and my man Stevie G right here are doing. We're working on a really dope project together that we're both producing, and then I'm also starring in both projects, which is really, really dope. So just being on the back end and also the front end, but also just like being that voice and that representation of like that do-it-yourself person. You know what I'm saying? That one person that you do it yourself, you work hard, and you have a firm team behind you, because you realize how much you really need your team when you get to a certain place. Like, they become like your foundation and like your backbone. Because like there's gonna be times you're gonna be like, fuck all this shit, and they're gonna be like, no, this is the goal, this is the bigger picture, and it's like they become your family. You see how I travel. You know what I mean? I have a strong team, and I am how I am and where I am because I do have a strong team, and we all help each other. So you're gonna need that. You're definitely going to need that. And keep your legs closed.
Okay. Is there anything before we go that you want to let your fans know about yourself, or anything you want to share about people trying to start their own brand or trying to follow their passion?
Yeah, definitely. People are always going to have bright ideas when it comes to your life. I think you should do this. And sometimes, take it with a grain of salt, because some ideas are great, but if it doesn't make sense to your brand, like, you got to turn it down. Sometimes there'll be money on the line and it'll sound good, but it won't make sense for you. I've had to turn down a lot of things that didn't make sense for where I'm going in the long run, and I can do that because I know where I'm going. Some people be like, well, maybe if I do this, if I do reality, or I be loving hip hop, or whatever fuck, you know what I mean? They think I could just do this, and it's just like, no, if it doesn't make sense to your brand, don't do it. Everyone's going to have a bright idea. Stay true to yourself, whatever that is. Know what the fuck you're trying to do, and do that shit. And when people try to come in with all that extra shit, if they're not adding to it, they're taking away from it. You got to make sure you have a lot of people that add to you, not take away from you. Because people will come around and just try to take because they see that you're in a certain place. It gets tricky. It gets tricky, and I'm still learning. You know what I mean? But I'm super open to sharing everything that I'm going through. I've always been that person, because it's like this is still new to me as well. But like I'm the person that pretty much, I remained humble, remained myself. I ain't front on nobody, and I'm doing it the way I know how to do it, and I'm learning along the way. So just stay true to yourself, because that's, people will fuck with you if they know what to expect from you. If you this person today, this person tomorrow, and people are telling you to be like this, say that, talk like this, look like this, dress like this, you're gonna go home and you're gonna be like, what is all this for? And if it's not fun anymore, don't do that shit. Yep,
absolutely. Can you just tell everybody where we can find you at on social media?
Yeah, well, you want me to look right here?
Well, look right here.
All right. Okay, you guys. So you guys can follow me on Instagram at Watch Jazzy, and you can follow my characters page at Toya_Turnup, and my fan page on Facebook, which is TTUWJ, and my website's under construction, but it's IamJasminBrown.com, and just keep watching Jazzy.